every day we wake up with the same question running through our minds. What's next? The future feels like this massive unknown thing, and it's easy to get lost in it. But here's the truth. The more you worry about the future, the more you delay your success today. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about starting right now. In this moment, you have the power to change everything. Stop putting off your dreams. Stop letting fear of the future hold you back. What if I told you that everything you've been waiting for is already within your reach? Let's dive into how to break free from this trap and start winning today. Here's the harsh reality. Most people are stuck because they're too busy worrying about what's coming next, about the future that hasn't even happened yet. And while they're stuck there, the clock keeps ticking. What if I told you that you're not losing time, you're losing opportunity? That time you spend worrying about what could go wrong, what might happen, or what you're not ready for, that's time you'll never get back. Success is not something that happens in the distant future. It's something you create right now with the decisions you make today. Jack Ma once said, the opportunities are everywhere. The future is in your hands, but you have to stop being afraid of the unknown and take action. And that's the key action. Action doesn't wait for perfect conditions. Action doesn't wait for the perfect plan. Action starts where you are. So stop letting fear of the future paralyze you. It's time to step up, take control, and start winning today. The future will come no matter what, but it's up to you to shape it. Fear of the future paralyzes progress. Fear of the future is one of the most common barriers to success. It's an invisible weight that stops people from taking action, holding them hostage in the present moment. The problem is, the more you focus on what could happen tomorrow, next week, or next year, the less you accomplish today. The future, with all its uncertainties, becomes a paralyzing force, preventing you from making decisions, taking risks, or even starting. We're all guilty of it, getting so caught up in the what-ifs that we freeze. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I make the wrong decision? These questions, though natural, can be deadly to progress. The more you dwell on potential problems in the future, the less energy and motivation you have to act in the present. You're so focused on what could go wrong that you don't even try. The future will always be uncertain. There's no way to predict it with accuracy. And no matter how hard you plan, it will never unfold exactly as you imagine. So why let fear of something you can't control hold you back from what you can control, the present? When you're paralyzed by future fears, you forget that the only time you have is right now. The actions you take today determine your future, not the worrying thoughts about it. If you allow fear to dictate your decisions, then you are essentially handing over your power to an unknown force. You spend your life waiting for the right moment that never comes. Or worse, you never act at all. Consider how often you've let fear prevent you from pursuing opportunities. Maybe you've wanted to start a business, change careers, or go after something you're passionate about. But the idea of an uncertain future stops you. The what-ifs crowd out the what's next, and you end up stuck in the same place, doing the same things, day after day. In those moments, it's important to remember this. The future isn't shaped by your fears. It's shaped by your actions. The step you take today, no matter how small, are the only things that will move you forward. Success doesn't come from waiting for the future to be perfect. It comes from navigating the unknown with courage and determination. The future you fear is actually created by the decisions you make in the present. Imagine for a second that you could turn off the fear of the future. What would happen if you stopped worrying about every potential obstacle and just took action? What if you started working toward your goals right now, no matter how uncertain the road ahead seemed? You would be building momentum, learning as you go, and adapting to challenges in real time. The future would stop being an obstacle and instead become something you shape with each decision. Every step forward counts, and every day you spend paralyzed by fear is a day lost. The future is built from the decisions you make today. Don't let uncertainty rob you of your progress. Take that first step, no matter how small, and the future you've been afraid of will start to unfold on its own. Ultimately, fear of the future isn't just a hindrance, it's a choice. You can choose to stay stuck, or you can choose to act. And remember, your actions today will create the future you desire. The best way to overcome the fear of the unknown is to take action right now in this moment. Success happens now. Too many people wait for the right time to take action. They believe that success will come when they have more resources, more experience, or when the stars align. But here's the truth. The right time is now. Waiting for perfection or for ideal conditions only delays your progress. Success isn't something that happens in the future. It happens in the choices you make today. The biggest barrier to success is not lack of opportunity, but the tendency to wait. You might think, I'll start when I'm more prepared, or I'll take the leap once everything is lined up perfectly. But that's a trap. The perfect moment doesn't exist. If you keep waiting for it, you'll never take that first step. And without that first step, you'll never get anywhere. Each day presents an opportunity. And every decision you make today plays a direct role in your future. It's easy to think that success will happen when things are just right. But that mindset keeps you stagnant. The truth is, success is built on consistent action, small decisions made every day, regardless of whether the timing seems ideal or not. Consider this. When you decide to act today, you're creating momentum. Even the smallest effort moves you closer to your goals. Waiting for the perfect time is often an excuse to avoid discomfort, risk, or failure. The irony is that the act of waiting itself becomes the biggest obstacle. By avoiding action, you guarantee that you stay in the same place, stuck in the cycle of indecision. Think about any successful person, whether it's an entrepreneur, athlete, or artist. They didn't wait for everything to be perfect. They started when they had the fewest resources, the least amount of knowledge, and often the greatest amount of doubt. But they understood that doing something today, no matter how small, would propel them forward. They built their success not by waiting for everything to align, but by taking steps forward, learning as they went, and adjusting along the way. The key is to stop believing in the illusion of the right time. In reality, every time you delay action, you push your goals further away. The sooner you start, the sooner you gain clarity and experience. You'll learn faster, adapt better, and develop the resilience you need to succeed. But only if you act now. Success isn't some far-off destination. It's a series of decisions made today that accumulate over time. Every action, no matter how small, adds up. Each decision you make now is a stepping stone to where you want to go. So stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. There will never be a perfect moment to start. There will always be obstacles, uncertainties, and challenges. But those are the very things that build character and pave the way to success. By acting today, you create a foundation for tomorrow. Every choice you make, no matter how minor, compounds and shapes your future. Don't let the fear of the unknown or the desire for perfection hold you back. The best time to take action is always now. Success isn't a future event, it's a process that starts the moment you decide to act right now. Take action over perfection. Perfection is a myth. It doesn't exist, and it never will. The idea that everything needs to be perfect before you can take action is one of the most dangerous beliefs that hold people back from reaching their full potential. The pursuit of perfection often leads to paralysis, indecision, and ultimately inaction. If you're waiting for everything to align perfectly before you move forward, you're setting yourself up for failure, not because success is unattainable, but because you're waiting for conditions that will never come. Perfectionism is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not measuring up. But here's the reality. You will never grow if you don't take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. The only way to improve is to start imperfectly, with all the uncertainty and flaws that come with it. Every successful person you look up to didn't get there by waiting for everything to be perfect. They got there by taking action, failing, and adjusting along the way. When you wait for perfection, you put yourself in a holding pattern. You're thinking about all the possible ways things could go wrong, all the details that aren't just right, and all the reasons why now isn't the right time. But here's the truth. There's no right time. There's only now. And if you spend too much time waiting for the stars to align, you'll miss the opportunity to make things happen. The longer you wait, the longer you delay your progress, your growth, and your success. Perfectionism tells you that if you don't do something perfectly, it's not worth doing at all. But this mindset will keep you stuck in a cycle of never feeling ready. You'll procrastinate, overthink, and stall, because nothing will ever be flawless enough for you to take that first step. The irony is that by waiting for perfection, you actually ensure you never achieve the thing you're striving for. You're too busy trying to perfect every detail to actually make any meaningful progress. Success is built on action, not perfection. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. Even if you mess up, even if things don't go as planned, you're moving forward. Each mistake is a lesson. Each failure, a stepping stone to growth. The faster you act, the quicker you can course correct and find the path that works for you. If you wait for everything to be perfect, you'll miss out on all the learning that comes from doing. The world doesn't need your perfection. It needs your effort, your willingness to try, and your ability to adapt. The first draft of anything will always be rough. But it's still better than waiting for a perfect version that never comes. Your first attempt doesn't have to be flawless. It just has to be made. Every imperfect step forward teaches you something new. And the process of improvement is more valuable than staying stuck in perfectionism. So stop waiting. Start now. Take action, even if it's messy. Your progress won't be perfect, but it will be real. You don't need to be flawless to make an impact. What you need is the courage to begin, the resilience to keep going, and the ability to adjust along the way. Perfection doesn't exist, but action always leads to growth. The future is created by your actions. Today, the future is one of the greatest unknowns in life. No one can predict it with certainty, and no amount of planning can guarantee the outcome. But here's the powerful truth. While you can't predict the future, you can absolutely influence it. The decisions and actions you take today are the building blocks of the future you want to create. Every choice, no matter how small it seems in the moment, is shaping what lies ahead. The idea that the future just happens to you outside of your control is a myth. While external circumstances, opportunities, and challenges may play a role. It is your actions that dictate how you respond to them. You don't control everything that happens, but you control how you act, how you learn, and how you grow. Every step you take now is creating the foundation for the success or failure you encounter tomorrow. Think about it this way. Your future is a path, and each action you take today is a step that leads you down that path. You may not always see the full road ahead, but with every choice you make, you're choosing which direction to go. If you decide to work toward your goals now, regardless of whether everything is clear or perfect, you're moving closer to the future you desire. If you wait, procrastinate, or let fear control your actions, you're unknowingly delaying your success. Most people fall into the trap of thinking that the future is something that happens later, or that is out of their hands. They wait for the perfect conditions or for life to give them an opportunity. But successful people know that the future doesn't just happen, it's actively created through the decisions they make every day. They understand that the small, seemingly insignificant actions today have the power to transform their lives tomorrow. This is why consistency matters. It's not about making huge, dramatic changes all at once. It's about doing something every day, no matter how small. That moves you closer to your goals. Over time, these daily actions compound, creating momentum that can't be stopped. Whether it's working on a project, improving a skill, or building a habit, the choices you make now are shaping your future reality. You may not be able to foresee all the challenges and opportunities that will come your way. But by acting today, you're preparing yourself for them. The more you act, the more experience you gain. The more experience you have, the better equipped you are to handle whatever comes your way. Each day spent acting instead of waiting adds up, giving you the confidence and ability to make better decisions, pivot when necessary, and move through life with purpose and clarity. There will always be uncertainties. Life will never be entirely predictable. But the most important thing you can do is act right now. Focus on what you can control, the actions you take today. Whether it's working toward a career goal, improving your health, or building a relationship, the future is being built in the present moment. The decisions you make now are setting the course for what you'll experience tomorrow. Your future is not waiting for you to figure it out at some later point. It's already being shaped by the actions you take right now. So make each decision count. The future is not something you just enter. It's something you create step by step, starting today.